a quick humbling moment of two young lads, teenagers, waking up this morning on this road, on this little pathway, just off of Pub Street over here. Anyway, yeah, it's quite sad. Welcome to your show. Let's get this a bit more light-hearted because the topic of today has been interesting to me. The stories that I've got from expats or foreigners and from Khmer women, and actually a couple of foreigners, girls, talking about dating here in the kingdom. Because it's morning and I'm dependent on my caffeine, gonna stop at Noi Coffee, get a drink, and then we'll talk about this. Noi Coffee, good. One of the morning monks doing his rounds. Okay, let's talk about something that everyone wants or even needs. It could be in a partner, it could be in a friend. It's compassion, the feeling of love, someone to be around you. So let me go over to the beautiful big wheel on the river. Hope it's quiet enough. Have a sip of coffee. Let's talk about dating here in Siem Reap or the kingdom. Nice. Very nice, but I wish it was moving. I wish it was rotating around. Okay, dating. Now, I understand when you look at this picturesque jawline, this mane of a lion, my beautiful dark eyes and my perfectly well-kept dreadlocks, you must think I'm like Hitch, right? Just a complete sex magnet, complete babe, complete... What's that word for a guy who's a complete twat? Chad. A Chad. You must look at me and think, what a sexy ass Chad. Especially after an upcoming video that you would have seen by now of that modeling career. Brilliant, brilliant. But I wanted to give you some honest opinions and what I've been told from a variety of people about dating here in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Now, I've got a friend who is in his 20s, who is a very smart guy, not the best looking, sorry, but a great character, very funny, very smart, and has a nice little job here. He is dating a young, attractive Khmer woman who was working in a cafe. Now she doesn't work now that she's with him. I was asking him and her separately, what was it like dating? When you saw each other and started dating, I believe now they're in a happy relationship. But for him, he saw this attractive Khmer girl, said hello on occasions, and in which, because he really did like her, when they were conversating, it was a good talk. There was a vibe going, I'm gonna call it. But for him, every day he was popping and getting a drink at the cafe that she was working at. For her, and this is quotation from her, it was another foreigner who just, you know, thought she was attractive. And I guess this is going to be me being honest in the video. I bet a lot of these young, attractive, beautiful Khmer women get a lot of attention from foreigners. Comment down below, by the way, what you think of my opinions of what I've been told, secondhand information from women and men, foreigners and locals. I really do wish that I got the confidence to ask to have these talks on camera, because it'll be a lot better. So for her, it was like, another foreigner who thinks I'm cute, thinks that she's easy because she's a Khmer woman that doesn't have a good income, that has to work hard. Quotes, these are opinions of women. And for the guy, he wasn't that, what's a nice way of putting it? He wasn't that wanted in his home country of America. He wasn't someone that was doing well in the dating scene, didn't feel like he had anything to offer. And that kind of brings me to a main point of this talk. Now, every situation is different. Oh God, I'm just generalizing here. I try and give every opinion of every kind of relationship, because there are genuine moments of connection and love, and they're in it for each other, not for stability, not for companionship, not for sex. Some people do meet, like anywhere in the world, because it's like that click. Damn, I love this woman, amazing personality, everything about her is great, I want to be with her. But there is the other side of the spectrum, and this is where it gets interesting. A couple of stories to tell you. I'm not going to give out names, and I hope that if you watch this, you know that I'm saying these stories out of a realization for anyone that's coming to Cambodia, and for you. I've had a lot of one-to-one sessions with elderly men in their 70s and men in their 30s. I've had discussions with men who's moved from America, come here to have a better lifestyle because they've got a passive income. They find a woman, they meet her once a week, once a month to date and to build this relationship, and then there's a slip up and she ends up saying another guy's name, or to realize that all they want is to get out of a job, a lifestyle, and have a stable, normal quality of life. There's a lot of people, a lot of Khmer people that work for nothing. Jobs that you and I would not do for $150. You go work on one of these stalls in a popular tourist area, and I spoke to one of my great friends in there who was in the monkey video when I dressed up in the stall. I'll put a clip here. Sohian for letting Bongo the Sava, the orangutan, be in his stall today. She earns $150 a month for herself. The rent for the place, $400. Now, I know 100% if she was to find a man that was good to her, respectful, generous, compassionate, but also allowed her to stop working 6-7 days a week in that market, they're gonna take it. And that's the interesting part for me, is the guys that come here, for those of you that want to come to Siem Reap, to meet women, to hopefully find a partner, to be able to go home, not be alone, and have some compassionate cuddles with someone who you have a good time with, you know. But there's also that other side of you have to be careful, and it's the same with the girls here that I've spoke to, that you're always on edge. God, what if they're talking to someone else? What if she's dating another guy or a couple of guys in order to get enough money to not have to struggle? What if this expat, because he's come here and realized how easy it is to have fun and to meet women, because you're a white man, because you're a barang, you know, what if he's off seeing other women? There's a issue of trust here, I believe. Now, that's not to say it won't work out. I've seen the cafe that I go to every day, great relationship, perfect. I see the comedy of them about the relationship. If she sees a sexy young man on a run, he'll comment, "Ah, you like him, don't you? You like him, you wish that was me." You know, so it can work, but it's interesting. Another story, a real story of a gentleman who I respect, has had an amazing career, very smart guy, and I see him at least once a week. He's in his 70s, amazing guy. Again, this isn't me judging him. He's in his 70s and he dates a beautiful young Khmer woman in her 30s. Think about that. Comment below right now what you think about that situation alone before I give you detail. Comment below. Caramel latte. So he has moved to Cambodia for 8-9 months now, Siem Reap, the kingdom, and he's found a beautiful young woman. But the relationship is not what I think you and I would want in a relationship. She will cook food, put it in a fridge. She will spend a minimal amount of time with him. She will live in the bedroom next to his bedroom. She will say about going out and seeing her family. Realistically, and everyone knows it, she is seeing other men. For him, he's an old guy. He's retired. He doesn't have a wife. His family life in that situation has now passed and he's left with little. I feel that a factor for him is that loneliness, that lack of compassion, the idea that no one is there with you at this time in your life. Can you imagine growing old, like millions of people, getting old, not having anyone that you can at least sit down with and watch a TV show. Sad. Again, loneliness is the biggest pandemic and it's lasted longer than COVID. The amount of loneliness in the world has made poor mental health, and I don't know whose fault it is. Is it social media? Is it ourselves? Last night I had a drink with friends and I said to them, God, I forget to message people to come out and do anything. I feel like I'm bothering people when I message them. But for this gentleman, he pays a weekly allowance that is more than the average job for an average Khmer woman. He has given her, let's put it this way, over $20,000. She's built a house for family. She's had the best opportunities given to her thanks to this gentleman. But he's not happy. Here's some truth to it. For his situation alone, he's not happy. He knows that she's not with him out of love, out of wanting to be with him. She's there for the money. And I've heard the story a few times. A friend of mine who's passing through Siem Reap, who when you watch this, I respect you, my man. I'm glad you came out of a horrible situation that you was in. But he realised, and we had a little one-to-one session to talk about this, he realised he had some fun with a girl. She wanted to see him the next day, have that fun for a bit of money. So again, it seems very hard to find something meaningful here. It's hard in England, and I bet it's hard in America, but here it's a step up to find someone that is actually going to be with you for you, and you know that, to feel that. For this elderly gentleman, he's at the end of his life for reasons more than his old age. And I've tried to explain to him that, listen, I know you want companionship. Everyone wants companionship. Everyone wants to know that there's someone there for them, even if you don't talk to that person. But also, you don't want to be in this false sense of a relationship. And he knows that. And for him, breaking away from this one person since he's been here that's visited him 5 days a week, might go away, might ask for some money, might want him to buy something, might not want to sit in a room with him. He has to break away and get back into loving himself so that you don't feel like anyone, like you want anyone. If you're going to be with someone that makes you laugh, smile, happy, feel loved, compassionate, make you be a productive person, push you to do what you want to do. Now this gentleman, he's going on a 2-week holiday with great meaning to it. It's a part of in his 40s, his achievement is brought back to him, something that he achieved. And I've said to him, whilst you're away, meet people, women, guys, friends, maybe relationship, maybe have some fun. Meet people, detach from someone who does not love you for you, who is not with you for you, and the compassion and the love of a relationship, what it should be, is with you for money. And I wonder if you're watching this and the title's going to be something like, Before You Date in Siem Reap, beware the dangers of dating. Date the sexy ginger bearded guy, let him be your sugar baby, because I'm not rich, but I do look good in a man thong. But I guess if you're watching this video, you're probably someone who's moving to Cambodia, or you're in Cambodia and you would like to date. There are some beautiful women here, obviously. There are some women who know how to have fun, go out to the parties, go to a bar, and even with all Khmer people, there's a sense that they can be carefree. Myself being a British guy, if I go up on that dance floor with you, I'm going to be so hesitant, nervous, shy. I'm not someone that's able to jump up and just shake my ass, twerk all over the dance floor. I can't. But I do meet Khmer people, and you see them out and about, who are so carefree. They don't think if someone's judging them. They're up, they're dancing, they're smiling, they're laughing. A form of simplistic happiness. Welcome to Out Your Shell. And I love that. I do love that, and I envy that. And God, I need to surround myself with people that will drag me to do that. You know, it's good, it's nice. So comment below if you're on the way to Siem Reap, if you're thinking about coming to Cambodia to date. Consider the things I've said. Everything's opinion or advice and opinions from other people, locals and expats and foreigners, or barangs, what you call them. But it's interesting. It is interesting. For those Khmer women, they want stability. couple of them that I said to, amazing one who owns a cafe, who I speak to a lot, I asked her what does she look for in a relationship, and she said just love, compassion, someone to make her happy. But for her, she has a cafe, she has a business. For those that don't have anything to back themselves up, they have to work with family, farming, or these jobs that you really don't want to do on Soxham Road. A guy with a bit of money is a lifesaver for them. And I don't know how to feel about that. Oh my God. Oh my God, 1 second guys, look at this, look. It was a gecko I've never seen before, the camouflage on it. So like a child, I have to drop the video and go and look. Yeah, so otherwise guys, comment down below, what do you think? Have you dated in Southeast Asia? Has there been any crazy stories you've encountered, or lives that you've lived with someone, and did it end well? Did it end good? Give us some hope in the comments below. If you're in a relationship and it's going amazing, all the stereotyping thrown out the window. So let me know down below. But I'm apologizing to you guys and girls because I'm taken. I know, don't cry, don't cry. I'm sorry, I should have told you at the beginning. I'm taken, but I am putting myself out there as a sugar baby. So, thanks for watching. I hope that you, no matter what the situation is, find simplistic happiness within that partner, that friend, that compassion that's wanted. Otherwise, come out your shell, find simplistic happiness. Bye. Bye.